Hey everybody, welcome back to Tamarack's Treehouse. I wanted to do another video before I break this set down. So here we had the party in the city of Toriella, and they were investigating where the mysterious princess disappeared to. So they followed a bunch of leads, they used the Thieves Guild, they used the local militia, they used the Captain's Guard, they asked a bunch of questions, they did a couple quests and side things, and it eventually led them to the Covenant of the Auric Iris, a mysterious group of individuals, vagabonds, doomsayers, end of the world type preaching religious zealots and fanatics, tried to get onto the King's Council but failed miserably because they're so disorganized, etc., etc. They wound up finding one. These people have a mysterious golden iris, which is what Auric stands for. Covenant of the Auric Iris, or Covenant of the Gold Iris. They followed him after essentially killing him, reviving him, letting him go, etc. There were some shenanigans, but they wound up following him. Eventually, he led them to what they thought was his residence. They looked in the window. There he was, donning his socks in the night next to the fireplace, getting ready for bed. They pounded and knocked on the door. Nobody answered. They tried to teleport into the room. Nothing happened. They looked through the window. Everything seemed normal. When they finally bust through the door and stepped in, they were transported from a vagabond's small house into a temple. I did let them know that all of the symbols that they see on here are not actually snakes, use your imagination, but they are golden dragon heads. And all around the room, there were these robotic-like beings, these golden humanoid individuals, the modrons that were busy at work. At different things. There were some guards around the corner, but there in the center of the room, they met a Pandarian monk who talked to them about, yes, they know about this princess. They know where she is. He knows where she is. She is safe. Don't worry about it. This doesn't concern you, etc., etc. The party insisted. They started to get a little threatening because I think my party really wants to be murder hobos, but since that's not the way the campaign's going, they fight very hard to just skirt that line. So effectively, we went ahead and had a conversation, and the Pandaren stated that in order to get to the rest of the Covenant of the Auric Iris, this group of individuals that were meant to save the world from a cataclysm that is on its way, they will be the ones left standing at the end to protect the world of Ciraelia. They were the chosen few. He too has a golden iris. So he talked to the party and said, you must hear the story about the birth of Ciraelia. And they finally let him talk. And he went on this huge storytelling diatribe about the beginnings of the world. And Selune and Shar were created by Ao to create the universe. They were twin sisters. They loved each other very much. They put on this cosmic ballet, this dance for all eternity. And during the dance, Selune, with the love of her sister so much, shed some tears, and as the tears fell, they passed through Shar's shadowy tendrils and became earth. And then as she cried more of her tears fell, but did not touch Shar's tendrils, and with the essence of her magic, she created water on the earth. And as they swirled around in the cosmic ballet, the air was birthed, and now air became the third element. And along with the dance, sparks flew from them, holding each other close, and fire was birthed. And with the four elements mingling together, the fifth element, life, was created. And all of Ciraelia was birthed. Life, the weave, was pulling all four of the elements together to create the magic weave as we know it today. And here, the Pandaren tells them this story and says, you must undergo the trials. Are you willing? And before any of them were able to say, wait, no, one of my members said, yes. And there the Pandaren pushed his hand forward, and all these, I forget exactly what the Merigons that I'm using as golden warforged protectors moved in, and sure enough, battle ensued. And they figured out that in order to take these down, they needed to use the elements in their order: earth, water, air, fire, to take their lives. And as they finally figured this out, they figured out what the vulnerabilities of these were. And sure enough, they were able to take a couple down. Now, the evening was getting late, and the session should have been over about a half an hour at this point. So I decided after they took 2 of them out, the Pandarians stopped them and said, "You are worthy of the trials. You can pass through. Know that you can still defeat things effectively, just by sheer force. But if you use the elements in their order, things will be much easier for you." And he stepped to the side and a portal opened up, allowing them entryway to begin their trials. And this is where we ended the party. The party is now going to be in this antechamber, which can spin to determine which elemental room they decide to participate in. Air, earth, water, fire. The 5th element is not here. They must get through the other trials to determine whether or not they are worthy of entering the 5th element. And when they do, they will be worthy enough to enter the covenant of the Auric Iris and find out what belays she who is destined, the Princess Selene of Ciraelia. Until next time, if you'd like this video, please feel free to like and subscribe. It helps me out, and I just do this for fun. All of this all of this product is really just 3D printed or WizKiz minis mingled together. We've got the Pandaren, which is just one of those Warcraft miniatures that I got off of eBay. Yeah, we've got the Maragons, we got some Modrons, which were supposed to do something really cool, but it never really got that far. So I'll save that for another session. This set here is from Dwarven Forge, the whole set. I forget the exact name of the set, but it's the Jade Palace, I think is what it is. So love this set. We'll definitely use it again when if the party ever faces Yuan-Ti, because it's the perfect set for that. But it also fit the theme of what I wanted here for the golden eyes that the pieces have on them, and I thought that was really cool and really fitting. So need a little imagination, right? That's what D&D is all about. And then all these pieces here were 3D printed, and in fact, all these pieces here, I don't know if they're still there, but I got them years ago. I printed them off of Thingiverse. I think this is from Duncan something, but if you look up the elemental sets, you should be able to get these off of Thingiverse. And I printed them up, painted them out. I did modify a couple of them to give them some of the symbols in certain areas, and I thought they were really cool. So I painted and printed these things years ago. They haven't hit the table yet. And then the little magical gateways, which look really cool underneath the UV lights that I've got going right now. They are Dwarven Forge as well. So yeah, just a couple mishmash pieces put together for a really cool temple. Probably going to break this down, leave this scene up, and then if they go through the elements in the right order, then their first journey really should be Earth. And if they do that, then that's the set that I'm going to be building next. Is we're going to be taking a trip into an Earth plane, and we'll see what I got going for that. So hopefully, see you guys in a couple weeks when we meet again at the end of the month. Right after Christmas there. I think I'm actually going to have a full table. We won't even have anybody remote, which is really cool. We got one of our players that is remote coming up. So that's going to be really fun. Looking forward to it. And I'll make another video at that time. Any questions, comments, or suggestions? I'm always happy to hear from you guys. Really appreciate it. Thanks so much. And it'll probably be outdated, but it's right around the holidays. So, happy holidays, everybody. Thanks.